Alright guys, so here's one of the ways I like to carry a small fixed blade with a, this isn't a Kydex sheath, it's nylon, but that type of a hard sheath, non-leather. I put these soft loops on it like I showed you before, but it just rides on my belt. I like it kind of a weak side carry, and the way I repaired the sheath and put that JB Weld plastic bond in there, it holds really well, and then I can just reach over, put my thumb on the thumb push on the sheath there, and just draw the knife. Not a problem, and then easily put that knife back in. Just give it a little push, and it's in there, not coming out. So kind of a nice way to carry it on the weak side, and it makes for a nice, comfortable draw for me. Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman. I have this Flissa D2 hunting, camping, bushcraft, fishing, hiking knife, Chinese knife. You can get it on Amazon. Close to 20 bucks. D2 steel, about an 8.5 inch knife. The one thing I forgot to mention in the show and tell video on this knife when I made breakfast was that it's a heavy knife. So I'm going to guess, I tried to take the scales off, but it's a T8, but they probably are Loctited on. They didn't want to come off so easy, so I didn't. But I'm going to guess that that tang is not skeletonized at all, because this knife is about 6.5 ounces for this little knife. 0.15, 0.16 inch thick D2 steel, flat grind. So this is a weighty little knife, and it's handle weighty. So just so you know that. But so we're out here, Colorado Rockies. It's about 15 degrees out right now. The knife has been sitting out here for about an hour. So we got a frozen D2 knife. Let's see how well it holds up to some use. See what it does. I have not touched up this blade. Just I have stropped it. And I think eventually what I'd like to do is give it a little thinner edge, but it's a good knife as is. Not a problem. D2, guys, is not, it used to be difficult to sharpen when you didn't have the right tools, but now that you've got ceramics and diamond stones and stuff like that, it is not difficult at all. So don't shy away from D2 steel if you think it's too hard to sharpen. Just get the proper tools. They're inexpensive and absolutely no problem to put a nice edge on a D2 steel knife. So one of the questions is D2 tough enough? A lot of people think D2 steel is brittle and chippy and will break, and especially in cold weather. I have not found that to be the case generally. They can be heat treated properly. They can be very tough. D2 can be a very tough steel. Okay, and we'll test that toughness theory a little bit. This piece has got a few knots in it, but we'll go ahead and go through it. Now this is a little 4-inch blade, barely 4 inches. So we'll see how it does. A little knot there. little knot there, but no problems. And this knife did come fairly sharp. It's not the sharpest knife in the world, but it did come with a decent edge on it. Right through that knot, not a problem. When you make feathers, you want to find a nice smooth edge. This is some gnarly. This is bought firewood. Not sure what wood this is. It's some kind of a hardwood, but yeah, this feather's pretty good. Feathering is kind of a skill. The more you do it, the better the hang of it you get, and you can get some fairly decent feathers. There's a knot right there giving me a problem. It's just technique. Hold the knife hammer style. Apply the proper pressure, depending on whether you want some fine feathers or some larger feathers. And it's best to find yourself a nice, smooth, knot-free piece of wood and make some nice, fine feathers, okay? So yeah, not bad. Feather's pretty good. Oh, broke my baton. Yeah, it actually, for a little knife, it actually, baton's pretty good. Okay, so we got a little knot right there. And through it, not a problem. Right through that knot again, hit the camera. Not a problem. Wow, yeah. So yeah, pretty good batoning knife for a small knife. This looks like a decent edge. So stay on the corners when you feather if you want those fine feathers. Stay on the edges. Make fine feathers, no problem. Yeah, really nice. Really a nice knife. I wish it had a little bit of a fatter handle. I like bigger handles, but it's okay. So yeah, making feathers, absolutely no problem. A lot of feathers here. See how well the tip does. And I'm just not trying to break the tip. If I wanted to, I probably could as usual, but just want to make sure that it'll hold up to any kind of normal tip work that I would do with a knife of this type, of this size. And yeah, Yeah. Very tough. Very tough tip. So yeah, there you have it, guys. The Flissa D2 steel knife. Heat treated 56 to 62. Not quite sure what that means, as I discussed in the previous video, but as you can see, does the job, holds an edge in sub-zero weather, no problems at all. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Common Sense Outdoorsman. We'll talk to you later. Bye.